Walk into a Korean grocery store, and you'll notice within about 30 seconds that this is not the supermarket experience you're used to. It's louder, livelier, more colorful, and packed with things you may never have seen before. Staff call out deals, samples are handed to you unprompted, whole aisles are devoted to things that barely exist elsewhere, and the fresh food looks like it was picked this morning. Grocery shopping in South Korea isn't the joyless chore it can be in other countries. It's an experience, part market, part food hall, part daily ritual. So let's walk through what a Korean grocery store is really like, and why a simple trip for ingredients quietly becomes one of the small pleasures of everyday life here. It is one of those ordinary errands that quietly reveals a great deal about a culture, because how a country sells food says a lot about how it thinks about eating, and Korea thinks about eating a great deal. It is also one of the easiest windows into everyday Korean life that a visitor can walk into without any special access at all. The first thing that hits you is the sheer energy of the place. Korean grocery stores, especially the big chains, are alive with sound and movement, with staff calling out today's deals, promotions announced over speakers, and demonstrators cooking and offering food. It's bustling and vivid rather than quiet and sterile. Far from feeling stressful, that liveliness makes shopping feel social and engaging, more like visiting a market than pushing a cart through a silent warehouse. This energy is the first sign that food here is treated as something to be excited about, and it sets the tone for the entire experience the moment you step through the doors. Even the lighting and layout feel designed to make food look exciting rather than functional, and the whole atmosphere signals that this is a place where eating well is taken seriously by absolutely everyone. Regulars learn the rhythm of it, knowing which hours bring the freshest stock and which bring the markdown stickers on the prepared food. Second, the free samples are genuinely generous. Wander through a Korean grocery store and you'll be offered bites of food constantly: cooked dumplings, sizzling meat, fresh fruit, new snacks, hot soup, all handed over with a smile and no expectation that you'll buy. Whole sections turn into a tasting tour. It transforms shopping into something fun and delicious, letting you try before you commit and discover things you never would have picked up otherwise. This spirit of generosity, giving away real food freely rather than guarding it, is one of the most delightful things about the experience and a big reason people genuinely enjoy going. On a busy weekend afternoon, you can genuinely eat something close to a light lunch just from the sample stands alone, and nobody minds, because the generosity is entirely the point. Vendors will happily explain what something is and how to cook it, and that willingness to teach a curious stranger is part of the charm. Third, the kimchi and banchan sections are extraordinary. Rather than a small jar tucked on a shelf, Korean stores devote serious space to kimchi in many varieties and to prepared side dishes, seasoned vegetables, pickles, and savory bites sold by weight or in tubs. You can assemble an entire spread of banchan without cooking a thing. It's a reflection of how central these foods are to every meal here, and the variety is genuinely impressive. For anyone used to a sad, single shelf of pickles, seeing an entire wall devoted to fermented and prepared foods is a revelation and a joy. Many stores let you buy exactly the amount you want by weight, so you can take home 4 or 5 different side dishes for a couple of meals without any waste or commitment. For a household that eats fermented food at every meal, that wall of choice is not indulgence, but simple practicality. Fourth, the fresh produce and seafood are stunning. Korean grocery stores take freshness seriously, with beautiful displays of fruit and vegetables, often arranged with real care, and seafood counters where fish and shellfish sit on ice looking like they came off the boat hours ago, sometimes still swimming in tanks. The quality and presentation are a world away from tired, plastic-wrapped produce. Seasonal fruit in particular is treated almost reverently, priced accordingly, and displayed like jewelry. That commitment to fresh, seasonal, beautiful ingredients shapes how people cook and eat, and it makes simply browsing the aisles a pleasure. The seafood counters in particular can stop a visitor in their tracks, with tanks of live fish and shellfish and staff ready to clean and prepare whatever you choose on the spot. Seasonal produce rotates constantly, so the shelves themselves tell you what time of year it is more reliably than a calendar. Fifth, the prepared food section is a full meal solution. Korean grocery stores are packed with ready-to-eat options: hot fried chicken, freshly rolled gimbap, steaming soups, marinated meats ready for the pan, and complete lunchboxes. It's genuinely good food at genuinely fair prices, not a sad afterthought. You can walk in with no plan and leave with dinner sorted for the whole family. This blurring of the line between grocery store and restaurant means eating well takes no effort at all, and it's one of the quiet conveniences that makes daily life here feel so much easier than it should. For anyone coming home tired at the end of a long day, that shelf of freshly made, genuinely tasty ready meals is a small daily mercy, and the price rarely stings. Late in the evening, the discount stickers come out, and a genuinely good dinner drops to a price that feels almost unfair. Sixth, the fruit is treated as something precious. In South Korea, high-quality fruit is prized, often beautifully packaged, and can be surprisingly expensive, with perfect melons, strawberries, and grapes presented in cushioned boxes like gifts, because they frequently are. Giving a box of premium fruit is a genuine and respected present here. It surprises visitors to see fruit priced like a luxury item, but the quality is exceptional and the cultural role it plays explains everything. That reverence for a perfect piece of fruit says a lot about how seriously food and gift-giving are taken in Korean life. It is one of the more surprising things visitors encounter, seeing a single melon priced like a bottle of good wine, but it makes complete sense once you understand its role as a serious gift. The packaging alone tells you everything, with cushioned trays and ribbons that make a melon look like something you would hand to a person you respect. Seventh, the packaging is smart and thoughtful. Korean groceries come with clever, practical packaging designed around real life, with easy open seals, resealable pouches, portion-sized packs, and containers that make food easier to store and use. Products are designed with the customer's convenience genuinely in mind. Multi-packs are common, bundles are practical, and everything is built to fit compact kitchens and busy lives. This attention to the small details of how people actually use their food is exactly the kind of thoughtful design that runs through so much of Korean daily life, and you feel it every time you open a package. You notice it most in the small things, the little cut in the corner of a packet, the tray that doubles as a plate, the seal that actually reseals, all of it clearly designed by someone who cooks. Portion sizes are calibrated for real households too, so a person cooking for one is not forced to buy for four and throw half of it away. Eighth, delivery makes the whole thing effortless. Buy something heavy or bulky and you don't have to lug it home, because Korean stores can send it straight to your door, often the very same day, and online grocery orders can arrive at dawn before you even wake up. The chore of hauling shopping bags across the city simply disappears. You choose what you want and let it follow you home. This seamless link between shopping and rapid delivery quietly removes one of the oldest annoyances of grocery shopping. And once you've lived with it, dragging heavy bags home feels needlessly hard. The Dawn grocery delivery in particular has reshaped how families shop entirely, because the planning and the waiting both simply disappear from the equation. You can order at midnight and find it waiting at your door before you have even had your first coffee the next morning. Ninth, the traditional market sits right alongside the modern store. Beyond the big supermarkets, South Korea still has wonderful traditional markets where you can buy fresh produce, meat, seafood, and prepared foods from small vendors, often cheaper and with real personality. Many people use both, the supermarket for convenience and the market for freshness, price, and the human connection. Having both options thriving side by side gives people genuine choice in how they shop. That coexistence of the sleek and the traditional is a lovely feature of Korean food life, and it's something many countries have quietly lost. Many households happily use both every week, and that choice between the polished and the personal is a genuine luxury that a lot of countries have quietly lost forever. The markets also keep a kind of social life alive, with vendors who recognize you and remember what you bought last week. 10th, the whole trip is bound together by generous service and points. Staff tend to be helpful and attentive. Membership points quietly accumulate on everything you buy, and promotions and bundles reward regular shoppers. You're treated as a valued customer rather than a wallet to be emptied, and the little extras add up over time. That combination of warmth, convenience, and genuine value makes the routine of buying groceries feel like something the store is doing with you rather than to you. It's a small thing, but it changes the whole texture of an ordinary errand. The points accumulate quietly in the background on purchases you were making anyway, which makes the whole system feel as though it is gently working in your favor rather than against you. Staff will walk you to the aisle rather than point at it, which is a small thing that says a great deal about the service culture here. Put it all together, and you'll see why grocery shopping in South Korea is genuinely different. It's lively rather than dull, generous rather than stingy, fresh rather than tired, and convenient rather than exhausting. The samples, the banchan walls, the gleaming seafood, the same-day delivery, and the warm service all combine to turn a mundane errand into a small pleasure. That's the quiet lesson hidden in a Korean supermarket. Buying food doesn't have to be a joyless chore. It can be an experience worth looking forward to. And once you've shopped this way, the silent, sterile aisles elsewhere start to feel like a real step down. Once you have shopped this way, the silent, sterile aisles and the guarded, sample-free shelves of other countries start to feel like a genuinely worse way to do something you have to do every single week. Grocery shopping should not be something you endure, and Korea quietly proves it can be something you look forward to instead.